them off course. The Cornhuskers will kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense will go to work first. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, you get all the quotes, all the people talking about all those blowhards on all the different networks. Us talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Makes the grab in the open. He's loose all right. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in third and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Jackson will throw. Makes the grab. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Got a man. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Hawkeyes are marching down the field. Handoff to the single back.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Rides the back on the option to give. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hawkeyes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They're about to snap it for the 10th time on this opening drive, but they need a conversion to keep the drive alive on third down. Here's the pressure. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Bunch formation for these receivers. Tight end now in motion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. At the 45, on its way. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throw back to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick completion on the out. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a gap. It's Hayden. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Anger. Brought down at the 21-yard line. A 50-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Oh, they're after him. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Huskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to sling it on second down. That's caught. It's Anger. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
He's going to... yard on that one.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
They'll move the wide receiver. Jackson gonna throw it. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. There he goes. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Fires to the big fella. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
We've reached the end of one, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. No matter how many times you see it, a moving moment here at Iowa between the first and second quarter when the entire crowd acknowledges the children across the way. Hope they enjoy the game as we continue in the second quarter. Wants to go up top. Sends it downfield. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Hawkeye. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. Extra point here will tie the game.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Using his legs, it's Hayden. Oh, he's got some space. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to throw on first down. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They're going to run it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Back to pass on 2nd down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Pocket breaking down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Rock. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Kennick is having a connection fit to try to help the D on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Looking for a push on 4th down. Turning it on. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. And oh, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. They'll throw it from the red zone. Looking to scramble. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Firing to the right, complete. And they're able to get him down. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. And the Huskers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man on the outside. Touchdown, Husker! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker. Your running back takes the football. He does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. The give on the option. Breaks the tackle. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Sends it back in motion. Jackson will throw. Catch in the middle. It's Tuggle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Second down, he'll throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Lester. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. From the gun on 3rd down. Rushes on him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. On the run, fires downfield. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Already find a hole in that secondary. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. On 1st down, here comes this offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Anger. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Going to try to get it himself. Breaks into the open. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Off the play fake. Time to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Jackson going to throw it. A little screen to the running back. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. The Cornhuskers are in the hurry up. To the air on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
He's going to take off. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all 1st half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squiver inside the 30. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun 1st half between these rivals. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this 2nd half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
And the Hawkeyes will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Bringing the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Lofts one high and deep. Snatches it on the right. Off to the races. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Husker. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. Runs through a tackle.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking for space. It's Lester. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Jackson will throw. Hauls it in. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. They'll go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Leaves it with the back. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. And the Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Looking to throw on 1st down. The quick out. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. The Huskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run it from the gun. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, giving 1.
Here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got enough for the 1st. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run.
Got it in stride at the 15. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Huskers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the credit of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
And the returner goes down. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop it from getting the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep.
The ball squirts free. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Oh, and that's so frustrating, man. You got short yardage situation. All I want my quarterback to do is handle the football and fall forward and get me a first down, but you better get that snap exchange from your center and hold on to that football.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Trying to find the end zone. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. The defense trying to make a stand on third and goal. It'll be a draw. Good, solid tackle.
Well, with a huge lead, interesting decision. Are you going to try to pad it with a field goal, or do you want to stay aggressive?
And what's nice is you got this big lead, so it really doesn't matter whichever you choose, but you can grab the points, or you can go to try to put this nail in the coffin.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we're looking pretty good.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
There he
goes. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Hawkeyes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man downfield. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Wants to throw on first down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
And the Hawkeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Tuggle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42. The Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Bobo. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. And another big play by this offense. And if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. He'll keep it himself. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
From the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down with a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was second and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got third and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again?
Got his man down the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this third and short. He's guided out of bounds at the 12-yard line. The Huskers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. To give as they work on that clock. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, trying to continue to do that.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And the Hawkeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Pressure coming. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
The Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on the offense. Hand off from the shotgun. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. From the gun, the give, looking for room.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board.
Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
They'll give it to the back. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. They were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse.